This is a video on things to be avoided during a photo shoot. 2D floor plans are created from 3D tours and walls. Creating those tours can become a difficult task when the instructions are not followed. Here are the main points to keep in mind. 1. Changed or bad virtual north. The virtual north is a crucial step in the shooting of a 3D tour. The virtual north is the direction in which the camera is facing throughout the photo shoot. If the virtual north is changed during the shooting, and if the photograph is using our application, this will cause that all the panoramas following that change will not be in a good rotation. A bad virtual north is one of the most time-consuming problems a modeler can encounter. Once the virtual north is lost, the system won't know where to place them, and the modeler will have to rotate each panoramas individually. 2. Great distance between panoramas. The recommended distance between each panorama is between 5 and 8 feet. If the distance is greater, it will turn the modeler's task to create walls harder. The more a wall is far from the camera, the more difficult it is to trace it accurately because of the deformation caused by the perspective. This will cause a lot of backtracking from the modeler that will need to constantly readjust their walls. Having great distance between panoramas will also give a hard time to visit the tour. 3. Closed doors. Closed doors can cause problems during the alignment of a tour. If the panoramas are not at the right place during the making of the 3D tour, it will become difficult to know which room is related to which room in the house. It is important there is at least a connection panorama that includes the door open. This will help with both the fluidity and the making of your tour. 4. Missing connection panorama. Connections between rooms and objects are primordial in order to obtain a fluid and easy to navigate tour. When a connection is missed, it can become difficult to trace walls that are not visible. It is even more difficult to reach another rooms when the walls hide the panoramas. When a connection isn't taken, the modeler will need to manually create teleports to reach those unreachable places. This lack of connection will make the visits less immersive and will cause problems with the render of the dollhouse because it will be missing some key information in some places. It is important to not create connections directly in door frames, especially if it is a connection that will lead outside. Modelers are instructed to create teleports when a door is leading outside. If the panorama is inside or too close to the door, it will be difficult for guests to click the button. 5. Missing rooms. A missing room brings in the same issues as missing connections and adds to it. When a room is missing, the modeler will need to trace something that doesn't exist. It can be hard to add an unknown room within a floor plan. This will have a serious impact on the accuracy of the floor plan as well as in the dollhouse render. 6. Use less panoramas or too many panoramas. Some panoramas are not useful for tour creation. Closets are often traced by themselves during the creation of a tour. Unless the closet has an odd shape or is requested, it is not necessary to provide panoramas for closet. This does not include walk-ins. Panoramas taken within unique places such as the bathtubs are not recommended. They will change the height of the camera and they will make it impossible to align and useless to the tour. As for showers, unless the showers has an unique shape or size or is requested, they will not be necessary for the tour either. Panoramas taken in stairs are also unnecessary, since the change of floor is made by using a teleport that will switch instantly between a floor to another. Having too many panoramas implies more time spent aligning panoramas that could have been avoided. 7. Bad level or height change. A bad camera level or a height change makes it that jumping from a pano to another, the walls will barely ever fit. The bigger the tour, the more obvious the difference will be. This will imply a lot of backtracking from the modeler that will need to minimize the issue. The modeler will also need to adjust the camera level manually, which can be time consuming. A bad level can also cause problems with the stitching of the panoramas. 8. Stitching. The stitching is the junction between the end and the beginning of the 360 picture. A bad stitching can remove room informations from a panorama that will then reappear in the second picture. This will also cause a lot of backtracking to fix those adjustments. This will also impact the accuracy of the final 2D floor plans. 9. Bad HDR. A bad HDR simply means a bad quality picture. Whether it be too noisy, a wrong white balance, or exposition, this simply means that the pictures are too bad for a quality result. 10. Panoramas on the wrong floor. Our modelers are instructed to not change the floors of any panoramas unless requested. If nothing is requested, The panoramas will stay on their original floor. It is important to place the panoramas on the desired floor for the final results. Backyard or outside panoramas are often on the same level as the main floor. If the photograph decided to split the outside panoramas on another floor, this means they will stay on the floor the modeler received them into.